Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In this video, what we're going to be discussing is if you have heard the kind of reports coming out the past couple weeks and even months with the Kansas City Chiefs offense. The Kansas City Chiefs offense has been a very odd offense this year. We're so used to them being so great because they have Mahomes, Andy Reid. This offense is high and flying. They're so dynamic. This year, they have been the weak point of this team. And it goes from Travis Kelce having some issues on the field, dropping balls when he's usually used to catching the balls. Receivers, Rashid Rice, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, even Kadarius Toney having drops in key moments that is not accustomed for a Chiefs offense. And even stupid calls like the offensive offsides from the Kadarius Toney that usually would not happen to a Kansas City Chiefs offense. Now, there's been speculation of should the receivers need to be changed out? Is there a curse over top of their head with the Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce? No, that is not the issue. I'm going to kind of go through it and break down what I think the issue is and then give my explanation as to why. So without further ado, as always, if you're going to enjoy today's video, make sure you go and drop a like. It'd be very much appreciated if you do so. And without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said, I do not think this is a Taylor Swift problem dating Travis Kelce. There's no curse over top of their heads. When it comes to the receivers catching the ball, that can be fixed through an issue that I am going to explain. And the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs offense is doing so bad, and I can't believe people have been talking about it. I've looked all over. I can't find anybody talking about it. People, do you forget that Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator from the past about 6 years in a row for the Kansas City Chiefs, went to Washington in the offseason? Like, when he left, I feel like this offense just has been going downhill. And when Eric Bieniemy left Kansas City, everybody talked about, oh, they'll be good. They're golden. They know what they got to do. They'll keep running the same plays. Andy Reid's the one who called the plays anyways. They'll be good. They got Mahomes still. They got Kelce still. They'll be chilling. Well, as we can see, they're not chilling. Now, for anybody that's going to say, well, Eric Bieniemy, he's in Washington right now. They're currently 4-12. The offense does not look that good. Well, let's remember something. They have an offensive line that is pure dog shit. Probably worse than Cincinnati's offensive line. And they have a quarterback in Sam Howell that I have to admit, at the very beginning of the season, I called him the next Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to eat those words. He is pure living dog shit right now. Washington is expected to go get another quarterback and also another head coach in the offseason, so maybe Bieniemy becomes the head coach there. Maybe they go get another quarterback, maybe a Caleb Williams. Who knows? But getting back onto the thing with Eric Bieniemy, when he went there to Washington, there was reports coming out in the offseason about players did not like him. Players thought that he was too tough. He was too demanding of things. And former Kansas City Chiefs players and even current Kansas City Chiefs players like Travis Kelce himself and even Tyreek Hill, they were speaking out, and McCole Hardman, a lot of different guys, and they were saying, Eric Bieniemy, he's going to be tough, but he loves you and he wants to make you better. That's the only reason he's being tough. In this day and age, so many guys, they don't like to be yelled at. Everybody feels like when they're being yelled at, it's like, you're being rude, stop yelling at me. No, sometimes some players, they like to be yelled at. If they drop a ball, they miss a block, they have the chance to sack a quarterback, they don't sack them. They want to be yelled at because it's like, sometimes it's being yelled at, other times it's being called coaching. And with Eric Bieniemy, I would say it's about 99% of the time it's coaching. He wants you to be the best player you can be. He wants to make you great. He wants to make you the best player on that field. That's all he wants for you. When he's yelling at you, it's because he's pissed off that you're not playing at that level. Now, when we look at how the Kansas City Chiefs have been playing this season, they're playing good. The run game has been there. The offensive line has been there with the run game. The running backs, Isaiah Pacheco, he's been pretty much their bell cow for that team. Their main problem is the offense. And it's weird to say because Patrick Mahomes, he's such a great quarterback, and yet they can't throw the ball for shit. And the thing is, they're hitting their little dink and dunks. They're hitting like their 4-yard passes, 6-yard passes. They may hit one big play like every half, maybe like a 20-30 yard pass every half, just a big ass chunk play. But in the past, we're so used to the Chiefs hitting 5 to 10 chunk plays a half. When I was watching the Cincinnati Bengals game, I believe I already went over that game. Since Patrick Mahomes, I think his final stat line was like 20 of 29 for like 200 something yards, and I think he had a touchdown pass. Not the stat line that we expect out of a Mahomes offense. And it's just weird because we're so used to Mahomes going out here and putting up 300-400 yards, 3 touchdown passes, lighting up the scoreboard. It's a quarterback duel battle. Now, their offense has almost went to like, receivers can't catch the ball. Mahomes is throwing the ball to these guys and they're just not catching it. Let's just run the ball. And I think that is also kind of a key thing with their offense is we are so used to the passing, and now with this running the attack with the offense, we're just looking at it like, man, this is so boring. Whereas if you were to look at a team like the Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns, all the other teams that love to run the football, you look at them and be like, man, this is a really good offense. They're running that ball. They're doing good. But if the second they start throwing that ball, you're going to look at them and be like, holy shit, this offense is amazing. Whereas the Kansas City Chiefs, they're supposed to throw the ball, and as if they did that, we'd be looking at them like, there's the offense we know. But with them running the ball, it's like, what's going on here? So how exactly would I fix the Kansas City Chiefs offense if I had to try and fix them? The only thing that really needs to be changed is the receivers need to catch the football. Like Mahomes, he's getting the ball in spots for them, like the catch at the very end of the game against the Philadelphia Eagles. He had Marquez Valdes-Scantling down there wide open all you got to do is catch it, and you win the game. What do? You bobble it, it goes to the ground, game over. So like I said, it's pretty much just catch the football. Receivers catch the football, Travis Kelce catches the football, and it seems like here lately they're getting into a little bit of a groove here the past couple weeks. Yes, they've been losing games, but they've been getting a little bit in a groove. Hopefully, now that they're going to be getting this last week of the season, they'll be able to rest some starters, and then with playoffs starting, maybe they can get the rhythm going. But I'm going to say this, with the way the offense has been playing, I would not be surprised whether they play a team like a Buffalo or a Miami or an Indy. If they play like a team like an Indy in the first round, they'll probably win that game. But if they play a team like a Buffalo or Miami, I would not be shocked if that one of those teams upset them in the playoffs in the first round. I wouldn't be shocked. Now, am I going to bet my money and say the Kansas City is going to win the game? Probably, because I'm not going against Mahomes in the playoffs when he is at home. I just can't do it. If he's on the road, I'll take a shot and say Mahomes might lose that game. But if he's at home in the playoffs, he's probably winning that game. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. If you wanted to enjoy today's video, as always with all these videos that I do post here, and you wanted to enjoy, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciative if you do so. As I said in this video, if you kind of go on to agree with what I said about Eric Bieniemy of being the reason why the offense has been crumbling ever since he left, if you think that is the reason, or if you think it's a different reason, like I said, leave a comment down below as to what you think is the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs offense has been doing the way it's been doing. If you're a Chiefs fan and you have more insight than I know, like I said, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than welcome to read it and talk about it. If you're enjoying the content that I do post here and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so, and do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.